Welcome to the Excel Purpose Show with Counselor. Today we have Sienna Yoshvski. She is the founder of Tweeny Skin. Oh man, she is just a phenomenal burst of energy. Welcome.
Hi.
So I saw you on stage at ICC, some two weeks ago, and I think that was your first keynote with UTSS. Is that right?
It was.
So good. I went into that event, honestly was just supporting UTSS. I was kind of like checking it out, and then it was so much better than I expected. I walked out of there like with a renewed, energized inspiration from all you youngsters that is making a dent in this world. So I want to dive into it because even us adults, right? It's like, yo, probably like more than double your age or something. But it's like we are stuck in this frame of mind where a lot of us want to live our dream and we aren't. And seeing you guys, there was a few of you, but you in particular, I was like, okay, she's really making a dent in making her dream come true on a problem that she have. So you're ready to dive in?
Yes, let's go.
Okay, let's talk about the skin line that you have. How did that come about? And what did you do in the process? Let's begin with, okay, you had some skin problem, right, that you wanted to address?
Yeah. So when I was 11 years old, I started getting a few pimples here and there. And to my 11-year-old self, that was very problematic. And I needed to fix it right now, as I'm sure any 11-year-old could relate to.
Yeah, it's like getting this close to the mirror. No.
Yes. So I was like, well, I need to sort this out. So I tried every single skincare product I could find. I was stealing stuff from my mom. I was going to the shops. I was ordering stuff online, watching TikTok, watching YouTube videos, and trying everything. And nothing really worked. Like everything that was for adult skin
Mm.
um, was actually making my skin worse. And that was like terrible to me. I was like, what is happening? And then I would try products that were, I guess, more for babies, like more
Yeah.
gentle skincare, and that did absolutely nothing either. And I was just like, why is there nothing that's working for me? Like, why is there no skincare products for people my age?
Mm.
So I
Did you
decided,
see your friends have a lot of that issue? I remember it was all over my forehead.
um, yeah, a few of my friends also had like breakouts and stuff like that. Some of them didn't, which was very confusing to me. I was like, well,
Mm.
why are some of my friends, why do some of them have perfect skin and why do I have pimples? And I was very confused.
Mm.
But I learned to deal with it and that it's okay. And everyone's skin is different, I suppose. But also, it was during lockdown. So I wasn't really seeing that many girls and boys my age, like obviously in person at all,
Mm.
um, because I couldn't. Everything I was seeing online, and it was very filtered and like, you know,
Of course.
made to look a certain way. And I was very much concerned, like, what was the problem with me that I have pimples and all these people online have perfect skin?
Before we dive into that, I'm so curious about the world that you were in because when I was your age, there was no there was no Instagram where people were just posting their oh so perfect self on the nine grid and all that stuff. With you girls seeing that, how is that impacting you?
I think definitely when I was younger, when I first started getting breakouts, it was very like difficult for me to understand the fact that I am young and I am going to go through puberty and my skin's going to change and all that stuff is going to happen. And it's okay that I don't have perfect skin like other girls, like older girls on social media who possibly use filters and do
Yeah.
a lot of different things.
Yeah.
So, like when I was younger, it was hard for me. But then as I got a bit older, and I started my own business. It also helped me to realize that a lot of other young girls and boys also have skin problems and don't have perfect skin. I don't even want to use the word problems because I don't,
Mm.
like, looking back on it now, I don't really see that as a problem. But when
Yeah.
I was experiencing it at the start, I did think it was problematic. But yeah, honestly, I think just as I've gotten older, I've realized that not everything on social media is real, and it's completely normal to have a few pimples, have acne or whatever, and it doesn't change you as a person.
That's beautiful realization. How did you go about in sourcing the product? Did you look at overseas or were you like home base? How did that process start about?
Yeah, so I originally wanted to make it myself in my kitchen, and my mum is a beauty therapist, and I
Oh,
went to
okay.
her with the idea, and she was absolutely not going for it, making skincare in my kitchen. So that was a minor setback, but I was very determined to create something for my age group. So I decided to do more research, and I obviously, I did consider the possibility of manufacturing overseas just because it was cheaper and I had no money. But it's
Mm,
really important to me to have it manufactured in Australia because I think obviously like the quality of the ingredients and it just gives me more peace of mind knowing that it's Australian made. So I did find a manufacturer here in Sydney that was willing to do low MOQs for me.
that's
So
awesome.
yeah, it
When
was.
we're saying low quantity, what is that? Is that like 100, thousands?
Yeah, so low MOQs, I would say in the start it was 1,000 like per SKU. Um,
Yeah,
and then obviously since it has increased due
yeah.
to but
You
yeah,
negotiated your way in earlier.
yes, yes.
That's awesome. And like I remember from your talk, you were so proactive in terms of, hey, I'm gonna make the designs in Canva, and then as it grew, you're like, okay, I'm gonna do something more professional. So did you just design it yourself, and then did you end up getting professional designers, or did you just upskill and then use better software?
So originally I did design it all myself on Canva. I had no one. I was just asking my mum, Mom, do you think this looks good? Do you like this color? Do you like this font? And then obviously as I grew and I had a bigger budget, I did get a graphic designer and we really just worked together. There was a lot of different goes and tries, but
Yeah.
we worked together and we finally found something that I was happy with. So yeah.
How did you get your mum on board when she wasn't?
It was a she was a tough cookie originally, but I think she's always been very supportive of everything that I do, and I think that her initial like apprehensive stance to it was mainly because I wanted to make it in my kitchen and she was very against it considering she like knows what skincare products need to have and like certifications and ingredients and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I think me showing that I actually did want to do it and it wasn't just like something I was thinking about late at night one time and I just like wanted to try it. It was something that I was actually passionate about. She was happy to support me because I'm very lucky that both my parents have always been very supportive of me and my passions and yeah.
That's wonderful. So, from your idea to actually getting that first product out, how long did it take you?
I'd
Roughly.
say roughly a year.
Yeah.
It
Wow. So you did persist. It was like,
yeah.
yeah.
Yes. I wish it would have gone faster. I could have started earlier, but it did take me a while, obviously, because reaching out to manufacturers as an 11-year-old is not ideal, and a lot of them were like not
Not that they
responding.
could have t tell like by emails or phone call or something.
Well, I mean, I did say I was 11 in most of my emails, and
Oh.
then when I didn't get any responses, I realized maybe I should not say my age when I get a
You
response.
adjusted, you pivoted to a
Yes, I
different
had to
strategy.
pivot. So I finally found, yeah, a good manufacturer after a lot of trying and back and forth. I did have to, say my mum is also going to be a part of this, I suppose.
Yes.
So
You had parents on board.
yeah, I had parents on board. I wasn't just randomly emailing people. Um, Yeah, so that took a while. Obviously, making a website, making like designing my packaging, that was all done by me. So it was tedious. And considering I had no like prior experience of designing a website or anything like that, I did have to learn a lot of
Yeah.
late nights watching YouTube.
Yeah.
So yeah, it did take me a while, but I think it
What
was.
did your friends think when you were doing all this? Did they know, or were you like just secret mission after school?
Yes. Okay, so in the start, it was very like secret mission, I suppose, because yeah, it was in lockdown. And I wasn't really like, I wasn't sure 100%, um, like, because at some points, like I said, I didn't even have a manufacturer, I didn't have a lot of things. So once I was ready to launch and I was positive that I was
It's
going to do it,
happening.
I did tell my friends, of course, and they're all extremely supportive, which is
Oh,
really good.
that's so cool. I love
I had
that.
nice friends, so it's really good.
And were they like, your first loads of guinea pig? Were they like, yeah, 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 I'll try
Yeah,
it?
100%.
That's super. And then did they become like the people around you that started modeling and ambassador for the product, or where did that come about?
Yeah, so I have done a few photo shoots and I always like to include like my actual customers and members like of my community that follow me on social media and stuff like that. And then I also like to have my friends there to do modeling as well. So in all my photo shoots, I've had a few of my friends be there and support and model and whatnot. And I think it's really nice that they support me and show up for me, and I'm very grateful for them.
Have you inspired them to start their own business, or are they just rallying and cheering for you?
Um, Look, I don't know. Maybe they will start their own businesses, who's to say? But I think for now, they're just very supportive. And I mean, maybe they're like me, secret after school,
Secret mission happening.
secret mission. Um,
But to your awareness, you're like they haven't came up and asked you about like, advice and things like that.
Not really, no.
Oh, okay. That's intriguing. It's like you would think some of your friends would be like, "Yo, Sienna, how are you doing that? Maybe I have this idea. What do you think?" No, you're not getting that yet.
Not really from my friends, mainly more from people like, for example, at the UTS showcase.
Yeah.
A lot of the students were coming up to me and like asking me, and there was a few students who did have businesses and were thinking of them and asking me questions. And I also do get a lot of DMs on Instagram and TikTok and whatever, like advice.
Are you responsive?
I am very
Oh,
responsive. I like hearing about other people's like stories and like if they want to start businesses or become entrepreneurs. Like I am very interested in hearing other people's journeys because I think it's so interesting. Everyone's is different and I love like just giving advice, and if I can help someone with one thing, that's really
do you
nice.
have some of the product in front of you? Just out of curiosity.
I don't have it in front
I
of me.
love this. This is so genuine. It's like I came here to share. I didn't come here to promote. Otherwise, you'll be like, "Yo, I have it right here." Yeah, of course. Like that's cool. I love that. There's like the authenticities like that. Not that I was testing. I was just gonna ask. It's just so you can kind of show it if you did. So, what kind of products do you have anyway? Just so if people were interested, they
Yeah.
can look it up.
Yeah, so I have a cleanser, I have a moisturizer, a face mask, a sunscreen, and a facial mist as like my core products. And then, of course, I have like other things like accessories. So we do two types of pimple patches, headbands, like a brush to apply the mask, and mask remover pads to take them off.
Oh, nice. You thought about the full process. And that's for the targeted towards what age group?
Honestly, it's really dependent on like the individual person and their skin, but I would say like 7 and upwards. I still use the products and I'm 17, so I feel like it doesn't really have an age limit. My mum uses our facial spray. My
Oh,
brother
she is a supporter. Nice.
supporter. My brother uses it and he's 22, I think.
Is the ingredients like natural or what What do people need to know about that?
Yeah, okay. So with ingredients, this is something that I'm very passionate about. Everything like is technically a chemical, like all skincare ingredients, well, most of them are chemicals, and that doesn't inherently mean that chemicals are bad. It's just knowing the correct ingredients to put in the formula that will not strip the skin, dry it out, cause like reactions and stuff like that. So we do have like natural extracts. We use turmeric, and other like as I said, natural extracts like that. But of course, we do have to have chemicals in there to sort of like stabilize the formula and make sure like it doesn't
Go off in the
go
shelf.
off
Like,
like that.
yeah. Yeah. What made you like, go towards a goal like that so young? Where did the inspiration come from in terms of the entrepreneurial mindset, or was it just you just wanted to solve this problem?
Well, obviously, so initially I did just want to solve a problem. I wasn't really thinking about, oh, I want to start a business, I want to become an entrepreneur. That didn't really cross my mind. It was initially just, I just have a problem and I want to fix it, and maybe I can help other people fix a problem if they have it too. But both my parents are very entrepreneurial. As I said, my mom's a beauty
Yeah.
therapist. She had her own beauty salons. Um, and my dad has his own business as well. So I think having them
It
as my
rubbed off.
yeah, it worked out for me, I suppose. And yeah,
That's super cool. How do you feel now in terms of what grade are you in?
I'm in year 12.
Okay, so you're about to finish high school. Are you planning to go to uni TAFE, or you're just like, no, I'm just gonna fully go into my business?
Mm. I would like to go to uni. I think I am very interested in not only like the business side, but also like product formulation and stuff like that. So maybe something in commerce or science for uni.
Interesting. Okay. It's interesting to know that you're still interested in uni. Because do you mind sharing the rough profit you're making, or yeah, just so
Yeah,
people know. It's like, because I'm like, why would you even want that? Because like you don't really need a job. You're already making money.
yeah. So, okay, well, without sharing like exact numbers, yearly we're doing six figures. So,
And most people here don't even earn that in their job. Like the average in Australia, it's like 70,000 or something.
yeah, I mean, obviously it's like helpful, but I still have like a passion to learn more. And
Mm,
going to uni for me wouldn't really be, oh, so I can get a degree and get a job somewhere else. It'd be more to gain knowledge and how I can apply that back into my own business. So I'll still continue running Tweeny Skin and everything, but I feel being like educated to a higher level and doing maybe a degree in commerce or business or science can give me more authority within the like business world, and it can also help with like networking and like meeting other people and stuff like that.
mm. I have a business degree. And I'm not sure if you will gain more information, is what I'm wondering. Like because like you have such hands-on experience and
Yeah.
going from like book, which is obviously theory-based, with case studies and things like that, and then to a point where launching it, it's like your streaks ahead. You know what I mean? Not that I'm talking it out of the degree. It's just like I'm not sure if it has as much meaning to it now.
Yeah.
Whereas before, I feel like it was really something that was required to get into a good company.
Yeah.
So, but that's cool. I do like the idea that you still have that traditional mindset, because I mean there is a range of subjects, so I'm sure you'll learn something. And you're right, there's the connection piece in meeting different friends, and I would say uni was actually the most fun time in my life.
Yeah.
So yeah, so there is that aspect of socialization and that. Okay, that's amazing. So where to now for you?
Where to now? Well, I think first I just want to finish U12, and get that.
When does the finish for you?
I'm pretty sure it finishes in September, I think like school, and then obviously HSC is in October, I'm pretty sure. Um, so yeah, that's like in regards to school, and then I can think about uni. But in terms of the business, I do have a very exciting collaboration launching
Oh,
very soon.
okay.
Yes, so I'm very excited about that. That's coming up. And I think in the future, my biggest goal has always been to be stocked in like a nationwide store, like maybe Priceline or
Yeah, like at
something
one of
like
the chemists.
yes. So that is a goal for the future, maybe after I finish year 12, so I have a bit more time to focus on the business. But yeah.
How have you rewarded yourself from your achievement thus far? Have you gone on a big holiday, bought yourself something special, or what have you done with the money?
To be honest, I don't really take out the money. I just keep it in like the business account, and I am constantly putting it back into the business, sorry.
Well done.
Because obviously it costs money to run a business, I have to
Yeah.
pay to buy the products for marketing and everything like that. But maybe when I graduate, I can take some money out and
So responsible.
yeah.
That's awesome. Oh man. So okay, so for the young listeners that has a dream, what would you say to them in terms of like you did things that feels did it always feel possible to you, or did you have a mindset shift somewhere along the way like, oh damn, I went from an idea to say what? Like
Um, I feel like I was a bit naive in the start to the fact where I thought I could do anything, but in a
I
sense
love
that
it.
actually did
Stay
help
that
me.
way.
Yeah, it kind of helped me because I was confident enough in myself to know that like I could achieve what I wanted, and the support from my family and my friends has also helped me in like knowing that. I never really doubted myself so much to the point where I thought this is never going to work, like I can't do this. I obviously did have a few doubts and like intrusive thoughts as anyone would, but
Hmm.
never to the point where I thought I can't do this anymore. And I think the support from my family and friends has really helped with that as well.
I love it. Um, yes, for the people listening, when we hear from Sienna sharing that, what I have found, which I love, is like she's like maybe I was what did you say? What was the word? Naive? Did you say?
Naive,
Yeah,
yeah.
she felt like naive, right? And so it's like, oh, I can do anything, everything is possible. It's because we haven't got the limiting beliefs or like of like people going, no, you can't do that. Oh, that's not possible. Like so many adults have had that. Like they didn't have, and I love that you recognized you had great friends and family that supported you. It's like a lot of people don't. So as soon as the people around them say, "Oh, well, just laugh at them," or the way they react that makes them feel like, "Oh, okay, am I stupid to think of that idea? Like to even want to give this a go, to drag this out for a whole year." It's like a lot of people would have given up, and so they never do any of their ideas as adults. And so to see you doing it so young when the world has not tried to cut you, I think that's actually the skill, right? It's not naive. It's just like, yo, it's everything is possible.
Yeah, for sure.
So what would you leave others that have ideas? If you have like one thing you want to leave them.
I would probably just start. Like, there's really not much else you can do. You just need to believe in yourself and be confident. And even if you're not really confident, just fake it. Like, no one's going to know the difference. So, as long as you have a belief in yourself and what you're doing, just start and everything will work out as it's supposed to.
Everything will work out as it's supposed to. I love it. Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us today. I appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.
Excel in life, live your purpose, be free.